Camperos, and I've come to just give you a single idea. It's one single idea which is extremely simple. And before I communicate that idea with you, I would like to start reflecting on what science centers are. Science centers, this institution starts at the Science and Technology Department for Innovation in Colombia as a need, as an opportunity as well. Why and for what? In order to strengthen those museum experiences that exist in the country around, surrounding an idea which is the public engagement with science and technology. So what we wanted to do is to strengthen or basically connect two very important points. The idea of the fact that the scientific knowledge is part of society, which is a key idea, but also the idea that it is not far removed from us. It actually lives in us, and it creates a more proactive society in many respects. That explains science centers in a way. On the other hand, we had an opportunity, and this is an opportunity, something that happened in Colombia since 2015. And it is that we managed to access some funds from the general royalties system in order to invest on creating and strengthening these science centers. What did that mean? For us in Colciencias, that was a wonderful opportunity, because on the one hand we had a way of accessing these funds, but on the other hand we were actually starting to conceptualize and technically build a team who would be starting to talk about museum experiences in science, technology and innovation. However, there was something missing, something that actually linked these to bridge these two aspects. And moreover, there was something that was most interesting about the reasoning behind these, and it's that it was how to start to dream about these science centers. Why did we start thinking or asking ourselves this question? We very fast understood that if Colciencias went to the different regions and said to people, this is the type of science center you have to build, these characteristics, we knew that, as Gabriel Garcia Marquez says, that science center would not have a good end of the surface of the earth. So what we managed, or what decided to do, is basically create a discussion and an open dialogue and a joint construction between the communities, between the civil society who exist and live in that territory, and also together with the private and public institutions that exist in that area, in those areas. So when we started asking this question, together with the different areas of the country, the different territories, we asked them, how do you dream your science center? So it was extremely interesting. We were not actually imposing these science centers, but we were cooperating, and we co-built this and cooperated these sciences. So these science centers basically started as little ideas, very small ideas, and they started becoming stronger, and they started creating a dynamic movement and involving many more people within this process. It could have been very few people at the beginning who were very small, but at the end there was a big group who was actually discussing, having a dialogue, and it was articulating. Now we had a roadmap very clear, and we decided to do something that had never been done in Colombia. So, which was, in cooperation with the Parque Explora Corporation, we decided to write the guide for Science Center Formulation. So, this is a guide that you can all check. It's on the Colciencias website, and it gives tips, guidelines and ideas on how to build a science center and how we can create that dialogue, because due to our own experience we know that it's a difficult dialogue, but when we have specific elements in order to carry it out, that it becomes more profound. The guide has different phases, components and different moments. So these are the first three phases. Structuring, number one, which is basically creating the team that will create the proposals. conceiving, which is how we methodologically, sorry, what are the needs that each community has on the science centers, and design number 3, which has to do not only from the technical point of view, how many square meters, but also designing actually involves many other things, even how to create a budget in order to show or ask for these funds. This is a more extended diagram of our guide, phases, moments, and components. And this guide can be used by anyone entering at any point. If you want to just look at the design, you can just look at the design. If you want to know how to start doing this teamwork, you can do it in this way. And this is the heart, the core of our guide. It has the 3 classic paths. One, which has to do with the pedagogical aspects, structural designs that tell us, for instance, for a state or department, a type of infrastructure works and not the other, and a management path, because we all want to dream big, but of course we want those dreams to last in time. And we have managed to dream on these realities. And this map I'm showing you, we're extremely proud of it in Colciencias, because in places like the Amazon department or state, which is extremely far away, and it has never been included in science-related dialogues or topics. Now it's thinking about an infrastructure for science, technology, and innovation, and also the east of Colombia, towards the east of Colombia, which was in a region not included in this academic discussion, scientific discussion. We're also having that. I'm extremely proud of this. This is my son. I'm here just to tell you. Let's continue building together so my son can actually enjoy these science centers.